girl. Come sit with us and sip some tea.
Redlip Talk.
Screen so we can see ourselves.
Spice Divas. Sona's Charm.
Well, welcome.
Welcome.
That was a little pause, right?
I know. It was like, what to do?
It's been that type of week. Welcome to Redlip Talk Podcast with your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva. Let me pause this right quick. And with your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
And Sona's Charm.
Yes, we welcome y'all back to Redlip Talk Podcast. It's a little crazy in here today because I'm on a class right now. So for that's why I got my white coat on, y'all, for doctoral class. Shout out to National Beauty Culturists League through the Louisiana State of Beauticians and Barbers Association. You always hear us shouting that out. You know,
That's right.
yeah, Sona graduated from there on last month. Yeah,
it was
May.
2 months ago.
Yeah, it was
we in July. Yeah, it wasn't May.
June.
We in July. So it was 2 months ago
it's
now.
going by really fast. So the next step would be is to go to the nationals, and in nationals you go to you graduate to proceed to your master's level, your doctor's level, and there's several of y'all who graduated from state level is now in the classes, and right now we're in a breakout room. So I just wanted to make sure I have my face on. So excuse me, y'all, if I'm like doing this. We multitasking today, right?
That's right. It's like that. You know, I was up this morning trying to get stuff together for the podcast, potty training Saint, getting dressed.
Yeah,
you know, like
multitasking.
that's how it is.
We have to multitask to get things done.
Right.
And yes, we're excited to have you here on today on Redlip Talk Podcast. I don't know, something had hit my head to say if you want to become a guest or a sponsor. Today is me and Sona just kicking it on the couch today, and it's good to have those moments because they help us too. But if you want to become a guest or a sponsor, part of Redlip Talk Podcast, please chime in. Go to our website,
New Orleans Talk Network /Redlip Talk Podcast.
Sona know this by heart. She be killing that.
Look,
boy,
I've been dropping it to everybody. Okay.
Yes. So if you want to become a sponsor or a guest on the show, we doing things technical now. We're doing things a little technically savvy. Mm-hmm. So you have to go on our link and be a part of our podcast. Yes. A lot of people, we've been getting a lot of good feedback of people saying that they really love what we're doing and stuff like that. So, you know, we got to just stay encouraged and know God got it. Because like I keep putting out there in the atmosphere, when we become international, don't be begging to come on this podcast. You better get on there now and sponsor and sow your seeds now. Okay, I'm on her live right here, y'all. So y'all you gotta do it now. You gotta do it now because you know you don't fret small beginnings, right?
That's right. That's right. But I don't feel like this small beginnings. I feel like, you know, this is big time.
Yeah.
Like we on the whole network.
We on the
like
whole
get out
network.
of here.
We rolling.
That's
rolling.
right.
Yes, but I'm saying like from where it started, like how great it is, how we have transitioned.
But that's what happened with consistency,
that's
right?
Consistency.
So, you know, we tell every week we talk about putting one step forward. You know, every day you just got to keep putting that step forward. Yes. And I think that's what we've done on Redlip Talk Podcast. Yes. And, you know, it's being fruitful. Yes. And that's a beautiful thing. Yes.
So, yeah, we definitely want you guys to, you know, become a guest and be a donor. I'm going to keep saying that. Donate.
Donate. Be a sponsor. Put your brand out there. That's right. Advertise with us.
You can advertise with us as low as I think you can put your banner on our podcast as low as I think
$400.
Right?
$400.
That's $400 to become a sponsor. And I think they even got some marketing commercial spots and stuff like that you can do on New Orleans Talk Network. So we want to shout that out. I don't know why that was something to hit that first.
Yes.
So what's going on in our trending topics?
What's going on? Well, a young lady was detained. Her name was Tiara Allen from Houston, Texas.
Yes.
Okay, she was detained in Dubai, which is a pretty hot spot for traveling. Like lots of people have been to Dubai or want to travel to Dubai. Like it's one of the number one places to go right now. Okay.
Yes.
So
That's my dream to go to Dubai too. So
so
I understand.
but different places have different cultures and rules and
Yes.
laws, and so she was yelling to a man, and so they arrested her, and so she's facing jail time in that country because she pretty much violated that law.
Yeah.
So her parents are saying that she it's unfair for them to detain her. If men are allowed to do it, why shouldn't women be able to do it? But that's American customs, right?
Yes,
We try to
yes.
have equality, equal rights, things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And so
And I
in
hope they
other
don't bag her like a angry black woman or something, or angry.
well,
They
and
always
that's the
say we
other
irate a
picture.
little
Yeah,
bit.
that's
They
the other
always say
picture.
we
The
irate,
black
so I
lady
don't
yelled
know.
at a man, and now she's in jail. Okay, it's the
Yes.
scenario. All
Yes,
right.
so
I think we're gonna
yes.
play a little clip of the news release so y'all can
Yes.
see that. Well, y'all won't be able to see that on the live, but
But-
they'll be able to see it on the live stream.
Well, go and watch the podcast. All right, y'all. Here we go. Our production is about to roll this clip. Go ahead, Mike.
Six's Domley Keith joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Domley.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City, but according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different, so be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend while in United Arab Emirates. Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming in Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome of the investigation.
It's very frightening. The longer she's been there, the more reality has started to kick in.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same thing a man can do in Dubai. It's not fair and it's not right.
Now, the
Trend.
Yeah. What do you feel about
What?
that, Stone? About
I
the
don't
fact
even know what
that-
to say. Look, I'm a little speechless. I'm just as a travel agent, like I was planning a trip for a couple to Cuba not too long ago. And, one of the things were, what are the rules there for traveling? What are we allowed to do? What are we not allowed to do? You would think, whoever set up the trip, if she used a travel agent, but when you're traveling out of country, you have to be aware of the customs. And so, it's a shame, but I hope they're able to get her out of there because, she's going to be persecuted. And, I don't know. I think it's weird that so many people have traveled there, and this is the first incident that they are showing or talking about where a person was put in jail because they had a mishap or something. And then to say that she had to pay a certain amount to retrieve her things, I feel like it was almost a scam, like someone was trying to push her buttons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And then, well, another thing too is it teaches you too, like, self-control. Like, has she not gone in there hollering and screaming, and just because somebody is barking at you, that can be a setup to make you go off, and now I'm going to detain you because I know you are American.
Right.
So I'm going to detain you. I'm going to take all your stuff from you. And then guess what? That makes our government get more money because as long as you're in our prison, you know, we're capitalizing off the fact that you're American. And that's what's teaching me. I'm learning to control my emotions because they often say about, biblically, they talk about a person that can't control the emotions. I always say that is like a city with no walls. So if you can't control your emotions, I'm learning to, like, if something I want to click out on something, I'd rather just be quiet about it. Because usually I'll pop off. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you might be the opposite. You used to be quiet. But I used to pop off first. You know? I went through a transition.
I mean, there's
a
balance.
First,
you have a balance.
I used to be quiet when I was younger.
Some people have to figure that out. You know, you have to figure out the balance. But I mean, it's true.
Look at your surroundings.
To what you're saying.
Like, would you really have went off and they wouldn't give you your stuff? You'd have been like, well, hold on, let me keep my composure.
Because in America, that's a normal reaction.
Yeah, but
you get into an accident, you're already stressed, and I mean, people understand. Okay, it's a stressful situation, you know, and things like that. But there, you know, women don't have a lot of rights. So look, you're a woman still, and American or not, you have to abide by the laws here. You know, so.
I mean, you know, that's a sticky situation. I feel sorry for her. I hope,
and her family.
And her family. Yeah, I hope she comes home safely. Because I could imagine if that was Brianna. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like 29.
I mean, she's only 29 years old.
Yeah,
so.
she's 29. An influencer. So don't tell her. They probably Googled her social media. Could have. And her name and everything else. So,
but we're gonna tie that into traveling for the cruise, right? We're supposed to be going to Mexico at the end of the year, a little celebratory cruise, all right, for the end of the
ladies'
year.
Night. I like that.
Right.
I like that.
Okay, so look, y'all, make sure y'all don't act up on this boat, okay? Because the captain will detain you.
Yes. Is a deadline? Do they have the deadline, or are they still kicking it still?
Yeah, we're still accepting cruisers. Okay, of course you have to have the full deposit, which is $150 per person. Okay. All right, but we are booking cabins, and they are going very fast. Okay. Matter of fact, I have to call Carnival today to put one of my rooms back on my list.
Okay, good.
They're going pretty quickly, you guys. So yes, we're still accepting travelers. Okay.
I love it. Because somebody mentioned it in the salon this weekend. Somebody was talking about it, so I'm happy about it. Who comes? Who don't?
Yeah, we're gonna party.
But we're gonna have a good time.
That's
right. We're gonna have a good time. All right. Well, another topic is
the
Actors Guild.
The strike,
huh?
And we've been talking about this for some months now. Yes. You know, they've had a couple of transitions going on. So I think the actors have joined the bandwagon in the strike. So, you know, if the Actors Guild won't cough up the money.
For the Writers Guild. Okay, so now the Actors Guild adjourned.
Right.
And before then, they say for the Writers Guild, it was almost like 11,000 people or something like that. But now it then went up. And then Mike is gonna. I keep calling his name. Our production is gonna show the clip. But when we say Mike, we say T. Y'all know who we talking about. He's gonna show the clip so you guys can see it, and we'll elaborate on it a little more. Stay tuned.
Let's bring in NBC News correspondent Dana Griffin from outside Netflix headquarters, where picket lines have already formed this morning, and NBC News entertainment contributor Chris Witherspoon. So, Dana, NBC Universal's parent company Comcast is a member of the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. They've been in negotiations with the union for actors, and the organization released a statement on the strike saying, quote, "We are deeply disappointed that SAG-AFTRA has decided to walk away from negotiations. This is the union's choice, not ours. Rather than continuing to negotiate, SAG-AFTRA has put us on a course that will deepen the financial hardship for thousands who depend on the industry for their livelihood." So that's obviously what the studios and producers are saying. What are the actors saying?
Yeah. So they say that they want fair pay and they want a bigger piece of the pie. You know, there's been an upheaval in the entertainment industry. One, they're still reeling from the pandemic, and you've got the addition of streaming, which has really changed the way they get paid. When you think about the network pay, they're used to getting higher residuals because their shows are there's more episodes and their shows are in syndication, or they're keep running. But for streaming, they don't have a way to calculate exactly how many views they're getting per show, so they're just getting a flat rate fee, and they feel like they need a better formula for that. They want to make sure that they're getting what they're owed. They feel like the studios and the CEOs are making millions of dollars and they're left with nothing. And yesterday, SAG-AFTRA president Fran Drescher, who we all know as the nanny, gave a very passionate and fiery speech during their press conference once they announced the strike. Listen.
I am shocked by the way the people that we have been in business with are treating us. I cannot believe it, quite frankly. How far apart we are on so many things. How they plead poverty, that they're losing money left and right when giving hundreds of millions of dollars to their CEOs.
Now, the actors have asked for several things, including an increase in those minimum rates for streaming. They want protections against AI, and the studios put out a list. They responded to that press conference, put out a list of things that they said that they offered during the negotiations, including a groundbreaking protection plan against AI. But the actor said it's just not good enough. Lindsay?
I mean, Chris, we're talking about AI. You know, these actors worried about productions using their likeness without their permission. We're a long way removed from the last time actors joined screenwriters to strike the same time. That was 1960. Ronald Reagan was head of the Actors Union. So what is the significance here of both integral players in TV and film striking at the same time?
Well, I mean, in the past 70 days with the writers striking, about 80% of Hollywood was shut down. Now we're at 100% blackout. You think about the 11,000 writers that were striking, you know, with SAG-AFTRA striking, that's 160,000 actors. And just to be clear, these are the biggest names in Hollywood. These are faces that we all grew up knowing and recognizing. I think them putting a face to the cause, and I think that Fran Drescher did an incredible job. As you mentioned, Dana, we know her as the nanny, but she was nothing but the nanny, and she was a superhero yesterday when she was on that stage and speaking from the heart about how this is so much bigger than just entertainment. What's going to happen in Hollywood, the use of AI and this technology, this can trickle down to how we are living our everyday lives, how we get our coffee and our bagels in the morning. So I think they made it very plain. And I believe seeing these big faces out there striking this weekend, look out for big names. I mean, the cast of Oppenheimer on the red carpet yesterday, 2 days ago, actually said Matt Damon, Emily Blunt, they all plan to strike. They're going to be out there picketing.
Yeah, and Chris, we actually have some of the interviews from that event, that walkout that you were talking about. Let's go ahead and play that.
Everything was all set up, so we said, well, let's just do it, you know, and then if they call a strike, we'll go home.
It's a huge deal for me to be here. It's also a huge deal for me to be in lockstep with all of my peers in my guild and every other guild that matters. Both can matter at the same time.
We're very much the face of the acting world in this moment right here, so we have to be, if it's going to work at all, we have to be, you know, part of it.
So these A-listers are using their platform here. But, Chris, you and I have been talking about these major movie premieres, what feels like all spring and summer. How will this strike impact that?
Well, just know, so Oppenheimer comes out next week, $100 million production budget, but the marketing budget, $100 million. They spend big on getting these stars out on these red carpets, doing press junkets, going on the morning shows, but that's going to be a no more thing. No more morning show interviews on the Today Show or the Good Morning Americas of the world with these stars sitting down talking about their films. The Barbie film also comes out next week. It's called Barbenheimer, if you haven't heard, Oppenheimer and Barbie. But all those promos are going to stop. And also the other films that are scheduled to come out this summer and this fall, we will see no promos, and those marketing budgets, who knows what's going to happen to them.
So pretty much a lot happening in Hollywood right now.
A lot. When we talked about AI while we was on break, and they talked about he was showing the clip about AI and about artificial intelligence. We talked about that in a salon. As you both know, a lot of people know Keyshawn, the manager of Spice Divas, is real active as a celebrity hairstylist and stuff. And it really is bothering her, you know, as far as she was, you know, emotional about it, because that's one of her primary incomes. Yeah. And according to her, it can go all the way to 2024. If nothing is not done. So, you know, all the actors and stuff like that. And Keyshawn even said, well, some people are canceling some streams.
Yes, I mean, we already saw the effects of what happened previously here in New Orleans. You know, we were considered a mini LA, mini Hollywood, and
for 15 more years.
and so, you know, you just kind of saw the movies, the filming really dwindling down to nothing at this point. And I mean, it's discouraging. You know, you're looking at this opportunity to, you know, have this career change or get on film or continue your film career, you know, as a hairstylist, makeup artist. Even I know some people, you know, who are, you know, costume stylists and things like that. So, you know, and now your livelihood has pretty much been stagnated by the strike, which is, you know, I mean, when you think about AI, artificial intelligence, like I asked you, what does it actually do? Does it write scripts? Does it tell people what to do? They want security from AI, which means it's something that's uncontrollable. You know what I'm saying? And so in those instances, if the actors are taking more risks, they go to school for that. They put in money and time to, you know, manage their craft and learn new skills. I was watching a black and white movie, which my mom loves black and white movies, but you know, those people had to like real live on screen right then and there tap dance, sing, and act and be, you know, everything all at the same time. And you see how the transition has happened, you know, now in filming, like we have all these other different, you know, technologies and things like that. But still, you know, you have to work hard at it and be tenacious, if that's the correct thing I want to say. But yeah. So about what you're trying to do. And so now you're going to put a computer in to tell us what to do, how to think, how to be. And you know, wonder why we're getting all these cookie cutter series.
According to you know, what Keyshawn was saying, that the AI, artificial intelligence, what it's gonna do is it's gonna like kind of emulate the actors. So that's why they really went in, because it's gonna emulate their bodies. Like they're gonna scan their bodies and stuff, and they probably wouldn't need a hairstylist or makeup artist. Because it's going to be computerized. It's going to be computerized.
That's
so
weird.
That's exactly why they're striking, because it can affect them as well as
and imaging, how they
writing.
really look. You know, we there was a big thing a while back when Tyra Banks, and you know, people were talking about when you Photoshop. So you're taking a picture, but then you're going back on the picture and photoshopping and making it look a certain way. So now pretty much anyone that's on film is going to have that computerized Photoshop.
Yeah.
You know, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, but I feel sorry for him, because I know a lot of people. I have a good friend who's an actor, just went out, you know, no commercials, none of that stuff nationwide. And my prayers are with her. My prayers are with Keyshawn, whoever
Havila.
the actors. Havila, Havila. You know, and my prayers are with you, because, you know, this is their career. This is their livelihood.
That's right.
And how are they eating?
Right.
In the process, like
in California,
a halt, you know. And so it lets you know that you have to have multiple streams of income, because even as a Hollywood A-list actor, you still need money to survive.
Right. That's right.
If you haven't invested, if you haven't put your money anywhere, you still need money to survive. This is a very bad thing. I'm sorry, but I know they have to strike to get what they want. But I really feel like this is a bad thing. So y'all just keep them in prayers and stuff. You know,
that's right. So we got other current news. I think this is our last current news topic. But a missing woman, Alabama. Her name is Carly Russell.
Her name is Carly Russell.
Was found.
I did see on Facebook, social media, somebody saying about Carly Russell, and they were saying about how is this a fake thing, or is it real? So what do you guys think? What do you think?
I mean, I would hope that people wouldn't, you know, because when you say a family member is missing, I mean, that's stress, that's worry on the entire family, your community, everyone that pretty much knows you, and it stresses the community, because you're thinking, am I next? You know, could I be the person that comes up missing? And so, I mean, we had a known person in New Orleans that came up missing not that long ago, Chef Scott, you know, and then he appeared.
An interview with him, huh? I wonder if we got that interview.
He appeared, and so, you know, this is the second time we've seen this, like, in less than 3 months. And so it's just like, what is going on here? Is there something we should be aware? Don't let it be like COVID, and then last minute, you know, people are, you know, like, we don't want that happening. But I mean, we're glad that she's safe, and so far that we know, you know, pretty much healthy, you know, no foul play. But I mean, that is very scary to see that going on.
And I don't know, but I know the family was saying that I heard some people saying what I saw on social media. I saw a picture saying now her, and that make people think. I hope, and now that you see loves and prayers and calls out for your help, then you appear, and then it could be on another thing, because like it could be. I hope she's not. That wasn't a cry for help or a wolf cry.
Right.
And then you think about it. I hope nobody just didn't take her and then brought her back and said, "Don't you say nothing."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because then what is behind that? Who is behind that?
Who's behind it? Did you put a chip in her or something?
That's
some
right.
kind of,
That's
you know,
some kind of
I
alien,
think about stuff like
alien
that.
type stuff.
Yeah, you appear, then you come back and you clone.
And I think this is the
You
young
come back and you
young lady that made the 911 call about the kid that she saw. So she was stopping to help a infant or toddler that she spotted on the street or something, and stopped, and then she was kidnapped. You know, luckily someone saw her being kidnapped, and I think they reported that.
That's the Carly.
Yes.
You think that's what happened?
Yes.
Oh, but you know human trafficking is real, though.
It is real.
Yeah,
so
it
y'all
is
just
real, though.
Be
So
on the
we don't know
lookout
what it is,
and,
you know?
and stay safe. You know, if
Yes.
you have someone, let people know where you're going, how long you're expected to be gone, or whatever, because, I mean, you know, we don't know what's happening. Right.
Then, wait, I did hear before we, go to our break, but I did hear before, like, long time, I don't know if you remember hearing that in the news, where do not stop if you see a toddler in the middle of the street, because that's a setup for somebody to snatch you.
Yes.
I did hear that before, so it might be.
Yes.
You know, it might be that she really was taken. You know?
Y'all be careful out there. Just a reminder that it is Minority Mental Health Month.
Yes.
So if you are struggling with your mental health and you disappearing for some, time to get your mind together, reach out and let somebody know. You know, we love you, we're concerned for you, and we don't want you to be struggling with something alone when you definitely have people that, are here to help and depend on you.
That's the worst thing about mental health. Y'all see me with this jacket on, so I'm in a doctoral class, and that's why I got on my purple today. I was trying to look for my classy black dress, but nothing was classy. You know what I mean? So I had to put on the purple, the power purple. You know,
the
power
royal
purple,
the royal
purple.
royal color.
You know,
That's
to
right.
lift me up today. But the first class that we did go into was mental health awareness. That was our first class in our doctoral, class. So it's pressing. People are really needing that type of help.
Yes.
And the worst type of suffering is to suffer in silence.
Yes.
So guys, please, if you got to get some type of help, if it's a pastor or anybody or anything mentally that you have to do to help you with your sanity.
That's
know,
right.
I usually take me a trip. I ain't take none in a whole year, and I'm tweaking, like, to just get in a car and get away from here.
Yeah.
Because it's time. I really need to get away.
Definitely.
I really can feel
I
it.
know I spoke with Mocha. Shout out to Mocha Shanae, the Jackie of all trades, who's a continuous sponsor here at Redlip Talk.
Yes.
But,
Shout out, Mocha.
she was just saying how she's just so ready to get on that boat. And I'm like, girl, me too. Like, I'm just so ready to go.
We gonna act a fool on that boat.
I'm so ready to
We gonna have fun on that boat. So y'all better get a spot on there. It's ladies' night.
And I feel
that's
all
not
right.
the
What's the
theme
song? Yeah.
It's ladies' night.
Maybe we
Oh,
could get-
what a night.
That's right.
Yeah, and then they have a hip hop one, ladies' night.
Yeah.
So we have to pump that one up too.
Yeah.
It's the Brad, I think, and
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah. That's
Missy
the one.
Elliott.
That's the one. We need to play that before we come back. Find that song. Find
We
that
could
song.
mention 2 more upcoming events. Of course, we already mentioned the Ladies Night Cruise, but also Crown Me Scholarship Gala. Danielle Black is sponsoring a gala, and this organization helps young ladies.
Yes.
So, just like we uplift the young men, we want to uplift the young ladies.
Yes. And then she also has sponsorship packets as well. You can go on her site. I think it's crownmefoundation.com. I'm not sure, but I know she has been on our show again before. So you can just Google Crown Me.
Crown Me Scholarship Gala. That's right. And then we have the TCI Lunch and Learn, featuring Sona's Charm. I'm super excited about that. So that's next week on the 26th. So it's a lunch and learn. It will be on social media. So make sure you guys are following TCI NOLA as well as Sona's Charm so you don't miss out on the interview.
Yeah. Tell them what time, Sona. What time is it?
I don't have a time, so that's to be announced. So I'll let you guys know by Monday.
Okay, all right. Y'all gotta support her.
That's right.
So I guess we don't don't go nowhere. Stay here with us with Redlip Talk Podcast. We'll be back. Mwah!
Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, Redlip Talk, Redlip Talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Bethesda the House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
Hello everyone. This day is declared National Still Body Day. People, it is here. It has arrived.
We have 2,500 bottles of this formula that's designed to give you what you need in terms of health, happiness, and healing. People have testimonies already. People have been serviced already, and now we want you to be a part of this blessed experience. Give us a call at 416-5256. Give us a call at 237-4000, and we have a bottle for you. And trust me, this will be the best investment you ever made for your body. You heard it from the truth, the whole truth, Dr. Truth, Dr. Kendra, Baby Truth. Now be blessed.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Marrero, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, Redlip Talk, Redlip Talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Redlip Talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Redlip Talk. Hello, we're back.
Yes, we're back. Welcome back to Redlip Talk Podcast. Excuse me, y'all. I'm a little off because look, I'm in this doctoral class. That's why I got my jacket on. I'm gonna keep plugging it when we come back. But I'm trying to do both and multitask. But welcome back to Redlip Talk Podcast. We are excited.
Yes, so
for you
we're
to be
gonna
here.
talk about some important safety tips for traveling.
Yes, yes.
Okay, but we want to let you know if you want to engage with us, you could comment on social media as well as call into our live line. The telephone number is 1-563-999-1808. That's 1-563-999-1808. So you can go ahead and call us and say hello, I guess. I don't know. Ask us a question. I don't know.
So today's show, we gotta like pushing about travel tips and traveling,
That's
right?
traveling.
Right?
Okay.
Traveling. So give us some. We got some some important safety tips for traveling.
Yeah.
You could do the first one.
All right. So first thing is drink responsibly. I guess that's important, okay? But whether you're traveling or not, I hope that you guys are drinking responsibly. Don't be too out of it, in a foreign place or a place that you're not, you don't really know comfortable or know that
you're
well.
home. Yeah.
That's very dangerous, traveling or not.
Yes.
But definitely if you're traveling, be sure to drink responsibly.
Yes. And the next one is you should be drinking responsibly even if you're traveling, like you said. The next one is be smart about your money.
Yes, so in some countries, like you have to have the currency of that country. So if you're having to change over money, you want to make sure to do that in advance because you never know, you might think you could do it when you get there, but they could be on holiday. You just don't know. So you just want to make sure that you have your money in advance, change out your currency, or know what type of currency is accepted. Do they accept American dollars? Are you going to be able to use your debit card? Is there a fee when you use your card, because sometimes they transfer money or whatever, there's a fee on top of that. So you just want to know what are the money scenarios that you need to be familiar with.
Yes. Okay, our next one is to be aware of popular scams. Do you think the girl was scammed? About, like you talked about that earlier, about the young lady who in Dubai, who she had to pay for to get her belongings back after the accident.
Yes. I mean, you definitely want to be aware of scams. There's so many people out there looking to take advantage of people traveling to other countries. And so if you're not familiar with or don't know or have anybody you can trust to contact, just use caution, do a lot of research. Also, the best way to avoid that is to get a travel agent.
Plug. Call
So,
Sona Charms.
Charming
Sona
Travels.
Charming Travels.
Charming Travels. I'm available for you. I have a website as well. So it's sonasil.intellitravel.com. Okay. And we plan trips for all over the world. So if you're looking to travel out of the country, get a travel agent, okay? Get a travel agent.
Yes, call Charming Travel so you won't be taken. Okay?
That's a new promo. I'm about to use
Yeah,
that.
call Charming Travel so you won't be taken. Y'all saw that movie Taken 1,
Yes,
Taken 2,
2, 3.
You don't want to be taken. I know I don't want to be taken.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
No, I think about that movie. I think about those girls. They were in that. Where
But
were they?
unfortunately, I don't have a daddy that was like a former FBI, CIA agent, whatever. So look, somebody gonna have to come and rescue me.
Yeah. So let's take this call.
Oh, we got a call on the line.
We got a call on the line.
All right, let's take the call.
Let's take our call right now. And again, you guys can call in too. 156-999-1808. Caller, are you on?
Yeah, this the Redlip Talk girls. How y'all doing? Y'all looking good.
Oh,
Sounding
thank
good.
you. Thank you. I'm sorry, I got on my power
What's
purple
going
today. I'm
on?
out of order.
How are you? Yeah,
I'm
you
out of
silly.
order.
You got your lips on, so look, that's right.
Yeah. So what you got to say, caller? What's going on, caller? Who we talking to?
What's your name?
Oh, this is Mr. Relevant. You heard me. Y'all know I'm,
How you doing?
Mr. Relevant 504 in the building.
How you doing?
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I'm
Mr.
just
Relevant.
chilling on this Red Bean Monday.
Okay.
Enjoying this beautiful weather. It's cooler than it was the last few weeks, so, I'm still not going outside, but, we getting ready to go back outside.
Okay, Mr. Irrelevant. Tell us how you feel about
Mr. Irrelevant. Don't call me Mr. Irrelevant. That's so ill.
I did.
It's Mr.
I
Relevant.
said Mr.
Yeah,
Relevant.
Mr.
Relevant with the R. Oh, baby, check me. Let's get into it.
AKA the handyman.
That part.
I did say irrelevant.
Period.
Check me. Let's
The
get
man that comes
into
in
this.
hand.
Let's get into this tea. All right, so Mr. Relevant. Okay, tell us about how you feeling about the girl who was loud and most people would deem her as an angry black woman. How she spoke up and had her voice up and got detained. How you feel about that?
I feel a couple of ways about it, So let me take this side. Let me take the ladies' side right quick, because I got two sides of this right here. I'm going to take the ladies' side. Black woman, this is not an attack on black women, although it may seem like an attack on black women. It's really not. But for black women in America, this needs to be an eye-opening event, a wake-up call. We've been having black women in the news lately traveling. We had a debt last year. We had black women traveling all over the world because y'all getting this money. Y'all got y'all bags, so y'all get to do y'all girls' trips all over the world these days. And black women, I just want to let y'all know to get with a travel agent. I know these websites let you book these flights in these hotels without a travel agent, but you can't pay for a peace of mind. So go ahead on and put a few extra dollars with it. Get you a travel agent to help you decipher some of these things. Now, as far as this Dubai, hashtag Dubai, black women been cutting up in Dubai the last, let's say 5 years, been cutting up in Dubai. It's a Muslim country. Black women, we need to understand that y'all been liberated for some time now. Speaking your mind in America is one of the greatest things you can do, but you can't really do that in other places, especially in Muslim countries, these countries that really have restrictions on women's rights. So even though you liberated here in America, you can find yourself in a position where you don't want to be in, sort of like what happened with the WNBA player when you get locked up, for doing things Americans do,
I don't know about
So
that.
you
Tell
gotta
me
be
about that.
careful,
The WNBA player. What happened with
careful,
that? She
black
was
woman.
she was loud. She got angry or something.
No, she went to Russia and she got locked up for the Garner. Brittany Garner got locked up for almost 2 years.
Okay.
For bringing in an illegal substance into Russia.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Like y'all was saying earlier with the safety and travel tips, so black women, I'm talking to y'all.
Yeah.
Be careful on the selections that y'all pick to go to these countries. I know a lot of black women hashtagging Dubai, and it's one of those countries where it got some pretty water and, great lodging and stuff like that. It's upscale. I said the Louis Vuitton of vacations. Dubai is the Louis of vacations. So my other side to this is I would love to see a response from Americans and civil rights activist groups to really place a ban and send a strong message to Dubai collectively. To place a travel ban on Dubai for black women, because black women spend a lot of money on vacations, despite what other people say. They great tippers.
How you know?
How you know? Black women are great tippers. We changing that narrative because we know how they say down here in New Orleans. But yeah, black women are good tippers, and we want to send a message to Dubai that we want to place a travel ban. So if you had Dubai on your vacation list for the next 24 months, you need to make like Jill Scott and start singing bye 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 to Dubai. You heard me? Don't go there. We got travel restrictions going there right now. You can get arrested for speaking your mind. You know what I'm saying? We know our queens love to speak their mind, but you can't do that there. So Cancun, here we come. Dominican Republic, here we come. Or you might be able to visit some nations in the motherland, But Dubai is not a place for a black woman because black women love to speak their mind, but you can't do that there.
So you saying, Mr. Relevant?
We start the travel restriction. It's a travel ban on Dubai. Bye-bye, Dubai.
Bye-bye, Dubai.
Is my mic on, y'all?
Bye-bye,
I can't hear.
Dubai.
Testing.
It's on.
Make sure it's on for me, please. Give me a little volume. There
you
we go. Because I
go.
couldn't hear myself at all. That was okay. So this is what I want to know, Mr. Relevant. So you're saying to strike Dubai?
No, travel restrictions.
Oh.
Travel ban. Travel ban. It ain't a strike, it's a ban. We boycotting over here. We gotta they gotta work a little bit hard to get this young lady out of the situation she's in.
Yeah.
She did break the law. There's a law there. You know what I'm saying? There's strict laws there. And you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful where you go on vacation because some of these places, now that black women are traveling the world more than anything. African American black women are traveling the world more than they ever have. You gotta be careful on your selection on where you need to go. So if Cancun too lame for you, you might want to get you a travel agent to find out some of the laws in some of these places, because some of these places we go is just like you in America, it's just more upscale. But Dubai ain't one of them places.
So do you feel, Mr. Relevant, that she could have prevented this from happening if she would have calmed down?
I don't know. Maybe. I think she got warned probably before the handcuffs got put on her. But again, black women are used to speaking their piece. If you come at a black woman wrong, a black woman gonna let you know where she's staying with you.
Yeah,
as
especially
we
a single one.
That's what most black women gonna do. I'm not saying they smart by the mouth. A black woman will defend themselves
and then they gonna
verbally.
roll their head like
And
Sona
this
doing right
is
now.
The rest of the world on motive.
They go
and
then Mr.
and don't
Relevant,
touch me.
they gonna roll their neck and their hand and everything else in the process. But you know, look.
Yes, a black woman would get you together ASAP.
Yes. I heard this on a video or something. I think I posted on my page. African American women, we kind of pushed into being sometimes masculine African American women because of the way our community and the way our culture is right now. As a single African American woman, we don't want all of that pressure of playing the role of the male and the woman. In that video that I seen a guy, he was saying, I got my stuff together. Do I want an angry black woman? Do I want a woman who's so strong that she's not going to listen to me, or she's going to come back to me back and forth and have something to say? The guy was defending, I forget his name, but he said, brother, it's not just that one African American woman, it's the community of black women that are stuck with their kids. And he said, well, the other guy said, well, I didn't tell her to go mess with a Pookie. And he and the other guy said, why do Pookies exist? Pookies exist because he said, are you gonna help the community? He said, I'm not saying it's not for you to. I'm not asking you to help her because she chose a Pookie. I'm asking the African American men who do have it together to say, okay, sister, how many black boys you got in your house? Can I be a sponsor, or can I be a mentor to say, I'll get him once a week or something like that and step up. And then he also said that she wasn't asked to be put in this position of having to be the woman and the man. As far as me, sometimes that's why I'm a alpha female, because I was placed in that position. Not even though I have a great father to my kids, but at the end of the day, they're still in my household. And where is that helpmate? In the household. So that what makes me the strong alpha black female. And I wasn't asked to be like that, but this is something I saw in my life. Where was my daddy?
Also, we have to look at history. Sure. What did this woman see before she got out there, okay? If she only always saw a strong, dominant female in the household, even if the father was present, he might not have been the leader. Okay, he was not the leader.
The mama
was the leader. Okay. So then what role do you think she's going to take on? And okay, you say, oh, well, people could change, but in order for black men to change and get it together, they had to see something different and do something different. But they had to see something different. Mm-hmm. People had to be different with them, be inclusive with them, treat them differently. Do we have that right now?
But Sona,
do we have that?
You have some that already have seen it, and they still. I know you're gonna talk, Mr. Relevant, but they have some that have seen it. Yeah, Mr. Relevant. They got some that have seen it and still choose to devalue the black woman. They have seen a good upbringing. Well, supposed to be seen a good black family upbringing, and still devalue the quality of black women. So what that does, that make the black woman be a alpha female.
Aggressive. And it makes her angry.
I'm very timid.
It's
when
pretty
it comes
much
to love.
like the same thing. You put an animal in a cage, how you think they gonna act? Yes. So
come on, Mr. Relevant. We know you about to come back with it. Let's go.
Red lip lady. Red lip girls.
Let's go.
Let Mr. Relevant come on, slide on in and give it from a perspective of this right here. Okay. There's no such thing as a dominant person in parenthood. It's the person who has no other choice but to install the time. What I mean about that is whether you're a man or a woman, There isn't a handbook on how to be the perfect parent. Now, when you have to invest the time into the kids, then that automatically makes you the time holder. You decide how much time is going to be invested because you have no other choice. But I said all that to say this. To all my black women in this fair land we call America, our great home, right? It has been a long road traveled for black men and black women. We have been oppressed. We have been stressed out. We have been murdered. We have been denied rights. We have been done all of this together as a group of people. It wasn't until 1920 till white women got the right to vote in this country in 1963 to where all Americans retain the right to vote in this country. As we move forward as a group of people, I would love to let all of our people know that isn't a perfect parent. We all have been given the task of raising kids, not just men and not just women, but both. Now, the person who decides to put the time in will be celebrated. Now, we celebrate women in our community more than men because you all are the ones who have to sacrifice that time, whether it's with the children, whether it's at the job, whether it's investing time into a career. Time is the only commodity we can't get back. So I celebrate black women for investing that time because no one's making you do it. No one is making you be a mother. No one is making you be a father. You can literally give those children away to society, and society is going to take care of them.
Mr.
So
Relevant.
we have a woman can. What I mean about that now, we have the mentality of saying we're going to keep our kids, but there isn't a place that's going to deny you the right to give away your children in this country. If you want to give them away, give them away.
So we
now,
always wait, Mr. Relevant. I want to ask you.
I'm sorry. What you about to say? What you about to say? I'm listening.
I want to ask you. So we do talk about this topic a lot. We do talk about. We were in a salon and one of the males, Guy was phenomenal, came in and he talked about it and he says, "Okay, yeah, I had a 2-parent household, but I did see an African American woman who sometimes devalued the man, like demasculated." He said he used that word. I think demasculated. But
there's no one that can devalue us more than our oppressor. Like when I hear people say that the person or someone's devaluing someone, devalue comes at a systematic rate. What I mean about that is a society devalues another group of people. When someone says, "Oh, you're being devalued," I think that's an overrated statement because, again, what are we talking about? What do we need to narrow down? Some people just don't make for good parents. We need to start, confessing that to one another. Some men and women don't make for good parents. At the end of the day, what makes a good parent is the person who's willing to invest the time. Some people don't understand that. So if we want to say you don't want to invest the time into your kids, then you're less than a person, then that's the same thing our oppressors did. They made us less than a person because of our race. And I want to put those two things in one gumbo pot because they absolutely matter. Now, when we raising children, it takes about 25 to 30 years to raise a child. It doesn't matter what age group you in. It takes about 25 to 30 years to actually relieve yourself of those parental duties that the time it consists to be a parent. Now, most of us would say 18, but technically that's where we at as a society. 25 to 30 years old.
I have a 22-year-old and I'm still parenting. So
I know you have a lot to say, Mr. Relevant, but I just want to hit this. Let's go back to the Keke Palmer situation where the baby daddy got on social media and pretty much degraded her. Now, he also had the comment that, and you're a mom. But Usher is also a father. So why was he on stage singing to her like that? No one didn't catch that part. And that's the issue. We want to say, okay, I'm all for us being equal, understanding each other, seeing eye to eye. I respect you, you respect me, you number one, I'm number one, but that has to be consistent, and it's not consistent. So then we go back to the roles like, okay, well, how come you can say this about me, or and I can't say this about you? Just like, how come this man could yell at her, but she can't yell at him? I mean, there are boundaries as a human being. Okay, that, you know, we go talk about slavery. There are boundaries that we have discarded just for as a human being, you know, and respecting you as a human. Okay, and we have to get back to that part.
Yeah.
You know, it's not color, race, whatever. It's I'm a human.
Yeah.
And so are you.
And so are you. And not only that, I'm a human being. I have feelings. Let's talk. What you were saying, that what came up is that as an alpha female, because I'm gonna keep saying that because I know I am.
I don't know if I'm an alpha female.
I'm an alpha.
Because if I didn't have to be an alpha female, I wouldn't be.
Okay,
but
I'm a lioness. I know I'm a lioness. But this the thing. I'm a lioness, but I will be submissive.
Yeah.
To the right line.
And that's what I'm saying. That doesn't
I
make you.
I will be submissive as long as you value me. But when I see you not valuing me anymore, then that line come out. Because I'm like, oh, wait, hold up. You know? Yeah. What's going on? I seen this before. This is no. You know? And then if you become to a point where you want to keep your value, you're being... You're too strong. You're
being
know what I mean?
prosecuted.
Yeah.
At first, you wasn't strong enough.
Yeah.
So you wasn't strong enough. You wasn't making any money. You was broke. You was uneducated. You were ugly by society standards. Not pretty enough. Whatever. Not skinny enough. All of these things, right? Now you're the highest making money earner. You're the highest educated. You dominate various markets as far as being the spender. People are marketing to you. You are the important person. But now you're completely independent. You INDEPE. You all that stuff, right?
Do you know what that means?
What does an independent woman need? What does she need? If she got her own money, she can house herself, clothe herself, feed herself and her children, and maybe her sister kid, her brother kid, her grandma, auntie, and uncle too. Okay,
yeah,
she can do all of these things. This money is being circulated throughout all of these things. What does she need?
I ain't gonna lie, Sona. I need love.
There you go.
I want a hubby.
Yeah, and there you go. And that's the bottom line. It's love.
I want love.
There's no money. There's no accolades. There is nothing you could give a person that can do it all for themselves except love,
true love,
understanding, commitment. Because I can get everything else on my own. Loyalty. That's right.
Loyalty.
And we don't have that. We don't have
She's
that.
not insecure because she's insecure because you probably done things to make her insecure. They need security. They need loyalty. But I want to ask this to you and Mr. Relevant, and then we're going to let him go and we're going to go to break. I want to ask this. Do y'all think, because of how, I'm just going to talk about our culture, how our culture is, where the woman is half of the time, sometimes, placed to be forefront in the higher percentage of than a man who's in the forefront of the family financially, right? And I think in our culture, right? So, do you think that was something that was done purposely by the government to put the woman in the most powerful position? The African American woman.
It's been like that since slavery. You know, what's the book of, they talk about the slavery, the mindset of a slave. Anywho, when they talk about the black man hiding behind the black woman's skirt. We were, if we could get more favor with the master, so we had his ear, maybe even more than his own wife sometimes, then you had a mouth to speak up for other things that were happening, and maybe he would listen to you more versus listening to the man, because literally he was like a prized possession. You're going to go out here, you're going to work, we're going to breed you, whatever.
But didn't that
literally
give them
a worker.
access to the women too?
It gave them access to the women, but even since then we've been in somewhat like you said, a little bit of power in that aspect. So, even with that and saying you having this power, now you want to say, well, you don't have this power, or why are you speaking up so much? This is something that was thrown on me. It's something that it's a part of me, and I don't know how to release it. And then if it's helping, the community, and it's what has kept us progressing, why should I?
Well, let Mr. Relevant,
Mr. Relevant, go ahead and close us out to the next segment. Go ahead, Mr. Relevant. Close us out to the next segment.
Let me, because I know we gotta, wrap up. But let me say this right here to all women. I'm speaking to all women. Society has put you in this position based upon the circumstances that woman was placed in. There wasn't too many societies on this planet, if you go back 100 years ago, that gave women the liberties that American women have today. These liberties have just turned 100 years old as of 2020. This country as a whole, the world, if we want to say that, did not put women in those positions because that was men's jobs. Now, we have a democracy here in America where we listen to one another, and as time goes on and society continues, our society here in America continues to develop, women are going to have more and more and more liberties. As things change, we inherited this situation. My advice to any woman is look forward to your elder years, because those are your golden years. The same work that you're putting in right now is going to be paid off when you can no longer travel the way you used to travel, do the things that you used to do. Look forward to growing old and having help. And all of the people who didn't want to put in helping and invest into their seeds and their next generation, by the time they're 75 years old, they're going to see for themselves as well. We got to live life for the long haul. Nobody said life was going to be fair. Nobody said life was going to be easy. So no one's entitled to the privileges of being a 70-year-old person unless you live 70 years. So I look forward to being an elder in my household. I look forward to seeing my grandkids. I look forward to all of the great things that a full life can give you. Right now, I'm not even worried about the struggles of being in my young years, because I'm looking forward to that. And I just hope that encourages people. Instead of us living in the now, let's plan to be an old person. And let's talk to our older community. Let's talk to the older men and women in our community to see how life is for them now, so that we can prepare for that. I know it may not be what most people want to hear, but if the good Lord allows you to keep living, eventually you're going to get there. And when you get there, what does your life look like when you get there? So congratulations, lady. You all are putting yourselves in position to have as much help as you need when you become that person. You need your kids and your nieces and your nephews to be in your life to do the things that young people should be doing for their elders and their family. So look forward to having a prosperous life. That's all I can say, because as far as the moment, our society is transforming. So nobody knows what's going to come. So don't put no pressure on yourself. If you have kids and there's no one there to invest the time with you to help raise the kids, that's their parent, then there's plenty of other people that's not a parent that can also help invest time. Unfortunately, that's the hand that's been dealt. But me, I'm a man that I always love to invest in kids, because I know once I get older, and them same kids that's 15 now, they're going to be 40 years old, and I'm a 75-year-old man, I ain't going to have no problems. Because when they see me struggling, they're going to break their neck to come help me. And that's what I tell men, bro. If you can't invest into your own kids, then invest into any child. And we should be all right by the time we become elders. That's really all I could say without, pointing the finger at nobody. I'm not saying you all are doing that, because women are supposed to feel and express their feelings, and we're supposed to reciprocate how the woman feels. So I'm just telling y'all, look forward to being
The
great
old
women
age.
when y'all get in y'all
Looking
older
forward to
ages.
the future. Let
Thank
the
you
past
so
be the
much,
past.
Mr. Relevant. We appreciate you calling and
Yes,
engaging with us
yes,
today.
yes,
Mhm.
yes. So I guess we'll go on to break.
Yeah, we can
Right.
go on, but we had a couple of more travel tips we could run through them real quick. So
Okay.
you need to know the phone numbers of emergency services, use the right bag, bring travel locks and use them, and then keep digital copies of important documents. And you guys, if you plan to travel with a passport, please try to get it months in advance. There is a backlog, and it's taking a very long time to get it.
'em, yeah.
So if you think you're going to travel within the next year, go ahead and apply for that passport, okay?
Yes, yes. All right, we'll be back. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned in. We'll be back with our takeaways, and don't go anywhere. Redlip Talk Podcast. Mwah.
Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, Red Lip Talk, Red Lip Talk,
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
The wait is over. This is your favorite prophetess Chanel Jones, and I want to introduce to you my new non-traditional podcast called Kingdom Women Speaking, where you can expect a royal discussion amongst queens. Yes, Lord. And you can find me on New Orleans Talk Network. Tune in, world.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Faith Favorite, recruiting coordinator at Cafe Hope. If you're on the West Bank of New Orleans and between the ages of 18 and 23, come join our team. Benefits from learning and earning, getting certifications, life skills, and career training. Cafe Hope is a nonprofit culinary art and life skills program. Let Cafe Hope be the stepping stone to your next career choice. Come visit us, 1151 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Give Big Fav a call, 504-350-1218, or send them an email, marlon@cafehope.org. For more information, visit cafehope.org. Cafe Hope, the next step in life, baby. Hello, somebody.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, Red Lip Talk, Red Lip Talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
All right, you guys, welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
So we had some very interesting conversations today.
Yes,
What
yes.
you say? Shout out to Mr. Relevant, not irrelevant, Mr. Relevant.
Yes.
Thank you so much for engaging with us. I guess we can look forward to hearing you again. Okay. All right.
Y'all funny.
So
Okay.
third segment, is our takeaways, brought to you by Spice Divas. And I don't know. I mean, what could we take away from the show today? I mean, we talked about being safe on travel, the Writers Guild, mental health awareness, being safe, just out and about, not being taken. And then our safety tips, travel safety tips. So I mean, all in all, also we had our discussion with Mr. Relevant about which went from one thing to another, but that's usually
it was good.
That's
It was
usually
good.
how good conversations
Yeah,
go.
it was good. That's what podcasting is about.
But yeah, I mean, I would definitely say, I'm looking forward to the days when we can just respect each other just as a human being, right?
Yeah.
Because biblically, we're supposed to love everyone, love our neighbors. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to get to a place where we can respect each other and just have that community based love. I mean, I was a single parent at a very young age with a son, and who was dating guys that I wouldn't say were bad guys, but I mean, honestly, they did not, take the time to invest in what was going on, and that wasn't their responsibility, and I didn't make it their responsibility. But when you say you're going to be a person that's progressive out here and you're going to make changes and help your community, when you see situations like that, I would say that's what you would do. You would be a mentor, because that's what we do, even with each other, but with each other's children, we're invested in that. And I think maybe it's just the difference of being a woman and being a man, those qualities that separate us, that makes it different, makes the understanding or the need in our essence more prevalent versus them. Maybe maturity, I don't know, but I am looking forward to, like Mr. Relevant said, being older and hopefully having made an imprint that changed the trajectory of my children's way of life. That it's better for them, that they're able to connect with people who love them and respect them wholly just as much as I do. So that's my takeaway.
My takeaway is that I always like to reflect on my week, and this week, I don't want to always talk about negativity. I want to talk about positivity, and what I heard in church Sunday was trouble don't last always, because somebody's on the back of that camera, somebody's looking right now, and they're tired. I know they're tired because I get tired, So I just want to encourage you that trouble don't last always. And we can do exceedingly abundantly above all things. And I know for me, I'm tired because, and it might be you behind the camera or whatever, I'm tired of everything being a battle.
Yeah.
I just want to love you. I'm not angry with y'all. I don't care what you're doing. Right. I just want to be in my own zing.
Yeah, zen.
And zen. Yeah, my zen. No, yeah. I want to be in my own zen and do what I want to do. I'm not mad with you. Be in your lane. Right. I'll be in my lane. I really don't care what you're doing in your lane. Right. And that's my takeaway. If you're tired, just know that trouble don't last always. Again, Mental Health Month, July. You heard Sona talk about it. If you're suffering in silence, get somebody you can talk to, who you can confide in, that's not going to tell your business to the whole world. Everything does not have to be a battle.
That's right.
Everything does not have to be a battle. I'm learning to be numb to some things and not even focus on it too much, because you will drive yourself insane.
Yes.
Love the people who loving on you. That's all I'm saying. Love the people who loving on you.
And if they're not, leave them alone.
Exactly. If you're tired, you're tired. And stop looking to other people to validate you. Stop looking for other people for all your comfort. Stop looking at what other people are doing in their life, what they're posting, because sometimes it's fake, and they're going through a whole bunch of stuff, So stop doing that, and just know trouble don't last always. It's biblical where it talks about we would have trials and tribulations in this life. trials and tribulations is in this life. I come on today and to tell you, I'm tired too. I'm tired with you. What can we do to change our lives to constantly be in a battle every day? That's not healthy to wake up every day thinking about what battle you have to accomplish and what battle you have to overcome. That's not healthy for nobody, and that's not living. I want y'all to live. There's a thing I used to say, live in victory every day. I had to get back to that for myself. Live in victory every day. We got the victory. We can do it. We can accomplish it, but we don't have to walk around being angry, being mad. I don't care. Okay, we got a disagreement. I don't care. Don't carry that into your whole day. Don't carry that. Keep talking about that in your whole life. What happened yesterday, leave it in yesterday. And like Mr. Relevant said, let's look forward to the future. Tomorrow's another day. God give you new mercies, new grace, and everything. So we love you.
That's right.
We love you.
And so moving on, I want to give a shout out to my baby sister, Lily, Tootie, Salitra, Sil. Happy 20-something birthday. I forget which one, but
happy
20-something birthday. I'm so proud of you, and keep it pushing, girl.
Birthday today?
Birthday's today.
Whoa.
That's right.
Oh, she a Cancer like my mom.
Yeah.
My mom's birthday is Thursday.
Also, my T. Georgia birthday is today, so happy birthday, T. Georgia. I love you.
Happy birthday, T. Georgia. Happy birthday. All the birthday
All the
shout
people
outs.
that invested in me, you heard me? When I was a kid, you heard me?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. That's right.
Yes.
So if you didn't hear it in the beginning, if you would like to be a sponsor, you can go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com/Redlip Talk Podcast. Click on the link for sponsorship, and you can become a sponsor. Also, if you would like to be a special co-host guest on our show, you can go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com/Redlip Talk Podcast and be a guest on Redlip Talk Podcast.
So you no longer have to slide in our messengers and stuff.
Right.
You slide in my messengers.
Right. We try to be more professional, y'all. And streamline. That's right.
So you can get that confirmation letter. You can get all that. But we really want y'all to invest in this podcast. I'm gonna put it out there because we're going places. We're already places, but we're going bigger places, and we don't want you to jump on the bandwagon at the end. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can. We're not going to stop you.
We'll jump on now. Jump on now. We have sponsorship package. Become a sponsor. We're believing that we're going to have 3 sponsors by the end of this month. So it's as low as sponsorship packages are low as $400.
You get so much with them. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You get so much with them.
Yes. It's on our website.
So
we don't need to go through all that, but I wanted to let y'all know the minimum for $400 and the things that you would get from that. New Orleans Talk Network is doing an amazing job on providing marketing and advertisement opportunities for you guys.
Right.
And we have something else coming up in August for my birthday.
That's right.
So that will be another advertisement and marketing too. We brainstormed about it. It's going to be a Redlip Talk birthday bash for your girl Kree. And we want y'all to jump on that soon because there's marketing, advertisement opportunities.
That's
right. And you know anything we touch our hands to place our foot on will be blessed, so we want y'all to be a part of it.
That's right.
Okay?
Enjoy the blessing.
Enjoy the blessing.
So shout out to Dr. Kendra, the health nut, and Mocha Shanae, the Jackie of all trades, for being a continuous sponsor.
Sponsor.
Yes, we appreciate
you
y'all.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
We really do.
Absolutely.
Sowing them seeds into Redlip Talk Podcast. They're jumping on early because they already see the vision.
That's
they
right.
already see the purpose. They already see where it's going. Y'all don't miss out.
Don't miss out.
Don't miss out. Don't do a one-hit and quitter. Always sponsor. Always sponsor.
That's right.
All right. So we're going for today. Make sure to tune in. I think we got everything.
Yeah.
Make sure to tune in next Monday. We should have a guest on
Yes, we
there.
have guest Shaq Brown, a comedian. I can't wait to have him on the couch,
He funny?
y'all. He is funny. I went to a comedy show at Cafe Instable. They honored a local comedian, Blowfish Jacobs. And so they pretty much blinded all of the other comedians because he was blind. So they wanted them to go on stage blind and try to do their act. And it was hilarious, you guys.
That was funny.
So I'm definitely looking forward to having him on the couch next week.
Okay.
All right.
We'll see you next Monday.
Next Monday on Redlip Talk Podcast. Mwah! Spice Divas. Sona's Charm. Redlip Talk. Redlip Talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
It's your girl, Sona's Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the Redlip Talk Podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Redlip Talk Podcast. Wow.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-47